Pinealoma is a tumor in the pineal gland, a structure in the brain that produces melatonin. In this video, we'll give you a visual mnemonic to help you remember all the signs and symptoms of this disease so you'll be ready for test day. Our scene is centered around this young child collecting pine cones in the woods for Christmas. These pine cones are here to help you peg the term pinealoma. Get it? Pine cones for pinealoma. Next, notice that the child is also collecting pine cones during the daytime, as indicated by the sun in the sky. This is here to help you remember that pinealomas most commonly occur during childhood. At Pixarize, we use daytime to represent childhood tumors, and nighttime to represent adult tumors. Since children are like the morning, bright and so full of energy, and adults are, well, you know. And you bet that this kid is collecting pine cones during the day, since kids can't be out at night, right? Just use this to remember that pinealomas are a childhood brain tumor. So what are the symptoms associated with a tumor of the pineal gland? Despite the fact that the pineal gland normally produces melatonin, a hormone that regulates circadian rhythms, pinealomas rarely cause sleep-wake disturbances. Let's see our next two symbols to learn more about how pinealomas actually present. First, notice how our child has not only dressed up as an adult lumberjack to go pine cone hunting, he's even donned the whole fake beard. Yep, the kid definitely looks like a precocious one. This beard on a child should help you remember that pinealoma can cause precocious puberty in males. Similar to germ tumors, pinealomas actually produce beta-HCG. Recall how beta-HCG shares similarities with LH and FSH, and therefore can work as a weak agonist at their receptors. Since beta-HCG levels are low in most people, this cross-signaling usually doesn't matter clinically. However, in patients with high levels of beta-HCG made by pinealomas, this excess LH and FSH signaling can actually lead to accelerated puberty. Make sense? Let's move on. Next, notice how after all this kid's hard work, he's dropped his pine cones into the nearby river. But this isn't any old river. No, it's a river infested with piranhas. No wonder why this kid looks so flustered. By the way, these piranhas can help you remember Paranod syndrome, since piranha sounds like Paranod. Get it? It's the Paranod piranhas. Paranod syndrome, also known as dorsal midbrain syndrome, describes an inability to move the eyes up and down, or vertical gaze palsy. This Paranod syndrome results from mass effect of the tumor, with the cancer literally pressing on gaze centers in the tectum. Vertical gaze palsy results in a constant downward gaze, or sunsetting. If you want, you can remember this as the kid looking down at his pine cones with the piranhas. I mean, where else would he be looking? Finally, notice this dam in the back. This dam is here to help you remember obstructive hydrocephalus, since dams block water, causing it to build up behind the wall, which is really how obstructive hydrocephalus happens in pinealoma. Basically, the tumor can block the flow of cerebrospinal fluid between the ventricles. This blockage, or obstruction, causes upstream buildup of fluid, which is called hydrocephalus, and boom, obstructive hydrocephalus. Obstructive hydrocephalus is normally noted on imaging in patients with pinealoma, where the ventricles may be enlarged due to buildup of CSF. And that's all for pinealomas. Let's quickly recap. Pinealomas are childhood brain tumors of the pineal gland. Since they can secrete beta-HCG, pinealomas can result in precocious puberty. Mass effect from compression on the tectum may also cause Paranod syndrome, characterized by a constant downward-facing gaze. Lastly, the tumor can block the passage of CSF between ventricles, leading to obstructive hydrocephalus. Thanks for joining us for this segment on pinealomas. We hope you stay tuned for our next video.